Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Ignite, Empower, Transform. Today we have our guest representing the Parkchester Baseball League, Little League, Veronica Vazquez. How are you, Veronica? Thanks for joining us.
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. So tell us about the Parkchester Little League.
Parkchester Little League has been servicing the Parkchester community for almost 30 years. I've only been involved for the past 2 maybe, but my son has been playing for the leagues for about 10.
Oh, wow.
10 years.
So your family's been involved for about 10 years. That's cool. Can you tell me why you selected this particular Little League opposed to, because there's so many in the Bronx?
Yeah, well, of course I went to Castle Hill first, but I didn't like the environment. I didn't like the way the league was being offered or advertised. I just didn't like it. We went to Parkchester and it was great from the very beginning. Dean Ricks, who's the president of the league, he has always been great. He was great with the kids back then. He's still great with the kids now.
Okay, that's fantastic.
I'm glad that's where we ended up.
Okay, that sounds good. How long has the Parkchester Little League been in existence?
It's been, I think, about 27 years.
27 years.
They used to play at St. Joseph's School for the Deaf, and I know, I'm not sure exactly what year, but I know it was in the early 80s is where they got their field now, where they play on the side of Bronx Mental Health Facility on Waters Place.
That's cool. So, you know, one of the main aspects of our program is to promote civic engagement, and you're a classic example of that. Tell us why you feel it is important, and other mothers and parents and family members to get involved with their children or relatives while they're engaged in activities like this.
Well, Little League is a very positive thing for the kids. It helps build character. It helps children with their self-esteem. It keeps kids out of trouble and off the street and active and healthy. And it's a great combination of things. And it's one of the reasons why I decided to get a little more involved to make sure that the legacy of Parkchester Little League continues. Because even though my son, he's already 15, he's in the oldest team that they have, you know, it's still important for the little kids. The little kids, they love being on the team. They love the camaraderie. They love coming out every Saturday and Sunday and being the star in their parents' eyes. You know, when parents are outside the fence and they're yelling at their kid, go, 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 go. It's always a lot of fun, and it's good for character, and it's good, you know. And nowadays things are so precarious, and kids are always on the TV, watching TV, playing video games on TV, on their phones, on their tablets, doing other things, being immobile. You know, Parkchester Little League does promote good health and exercise and everything that's good. I love that my son has been involved all these years.
Now, you guys play right outside our studio, right here in the complex, Hutchinson Metro Center, and we actually came across one of your players after one of our sessions here at BronxNet, and they spoke so highly of the founder, Mr. Ricks. He sounded like such a marvelous person, and we wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity on our program to shine some light on some of the wonderful things that they're doing in Parkchester. Can you tell us a little bit more about him and his, because I had the opportunity to meet him myself, and I can tell you he's an amazing guy.
Well, Dean is an amazing person. Dean has the patience of a saint and a memory like an elephant. Is one of the best things I can say about him. He loves running this league. He loves dealing with the children. He loves dealing with the parents. I think this is one of the first years that he doesn't have his own team, and I think it's just because of time constraints. But you know, I don't see anybody who could run the league like he does.
Wow.
I mean, not even me. I'm his second in command nowadays, and trying to keep up with him is not easy.
So how often are the games played?
Oh, there are games all day Saturday, all day Sunday, some days during the week, Tuesdays, sometimes Fridays, sometimes Thursdays. Sometimes we're there 5 days out of the week.
Oh wow! So
We're
it's pretty involved.
We're playing inter-league, so that we're playing with other leagues. So sometimes the kids get to play in City Island, they get to play in Pelham Bay. The kids from Pelham Bay and City Island come to play on our field. They also play with Parkchester and Van Nest. There's games going on all the time.
Do you guys?
And I'm sorry, and
Sure.
I don't want to fail to mention that we have our T-ball field inside Parkchester, where the kids play on artificial turf on Saturdays and Sundays.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Do you guys have a travel team that travels?
Yes, there are a couple of travel teams.
Okay.
And I'm not sure Dean knows all the details about how that's working out, but I know that they travel the Bronx, they go to Yonkers, they go farther north up into Westchester County. There have been days where they go down to Long Island or Queens. They play interleague. They play Westchester Baseball Association. So, yeah.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about you.
Me?
You.
Well, my son, he's been with the league all these years.
But like, where you're from?
I grew up in the Bronx.
Professionally?
I grew up in the Bronx. Lived in Puerto Rico for a few years. Came back to the Bronx. I'm a Bronx girl. I'll be in the Bronx probably till I die. I work as a paramedic in Flushing, Queens. I've been a paramedic for 18 years. I love my job, and thank God I've been able to keep it for so long.
Well, paramedic is pretty intense, and you already sound like you're heavily involved with this Little League. So how do you balance your time with both the Little League, your mother, you professionally, your job? It's amazing.
It's not easy, but it keeps me busy, keeps me out of trouble, just like the kids. I found this one thing online. It says the best thing about Little League is that it keeps the parents off the streets. And it does that. I work nights, and I try to be home with my son for dinner, and it also gives me time to be around for the baseball games.
That's cool. Now you have your son. Do you have any other children involved
No.
with them? So it's just you. It's just him. Okay.
I have what I call sons from other mothers.
Okay. That count. They count. They count.
I do a lot of carpooling, and they call them soccer moms, but I'm a baseball mom. Always got kids in the car.
Okay. Now I was talking with Commissioner Ricks about a dilemma that you guys are facing concerning your field, and I certainly wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to kind of discuss some of the challenges that your Little League is facing based on the field that they're in and the possibility of the field being removed.
Well, I don't know the exact details of the deal, but the Simone Corporation has purchased the back part of the property that the field is on. And I think within the next 2 to 3 years, they're going to start construction on some more buildings there, and the fields are going to be torn up. And there are a lot of fields on that property now. There's six or seven fields, I think, on the property, and they're going to build, I think, a football field for Lehman High School, and they're going to replace the 6 baseball fields with 2.
So you have 6 baseball fields with 6 different Little Leagues?
No, there's 3 different leagues.
3 different leagues on the 6 different fields.
Right.
And now you're going to have to figure out a way to manage that where you can still get, is that possible?
Yeah, Parkchester Little League, we're losing our field.
Oh, wow.
We don't have any alternative plans as of yet. We're looking into different venues, different locations, different permits. We're not sure what we're going to do.
Well, you have a long-standing history. You have 20 plus years of operating this league, I'm sure there's a lot of support. There's alumni from your league, and what kind of political pressure can you kind of generate to try to get some support so you can identify? I mean, this has to be a team effort. There's a lot of people involved. There's a lot of stakeholders. Yeah,
well, I have been looking into that. Unfortunately, because the field is on state-owned land, city. Some of the city politicians feel like they don't have anything that they can offer us or do for us or help us with. Mm-hmm. They're referring us to the state. So I have yet to reach out to the governor's office, but that's in the plans.
Well, the state, I know a little bit about that. I used to work in the legislature up in Albany. I think there are assembly people that represent that community, as well as a state senator that might represent that community that can probably be of some support and some assistance. And then, of course, you guys are in Parkchester, so whoever's representing that community, they can certainly be of support, because it would be a shame.
It would be a shame
to lose such a valuable, in a time, as you just mentioned, we need more activities for our young people, not less. And we have to kind of try to figure out how we can preserve this legacy, the Parkchester Baseball Little League, and see how we can somehow create a way for it to continue to exist.
Well, I am looking into that. That was the whole reason why I got more involved with the league.
Oh, to preserve it.
To try to preserve it.
Okay.
Try to find a way to save Parkchester Little League.
Well, I wish more and more people had that type of commitment. We are certainly in a time now where we need more of your kind of energy in terms of motivating others to kind of get involved and to do what you're doing. So we thank you for that. Do you have any parting words? Any things that anything you would like to tell our community about our audience to support your cause right now?
Parkchester Little League is a great place for the kids. Again, it's a great place for them to grow. It's a great place for them to make friends. It's a great place for them to build character and learn teamwork. And we don't want to lose that. So we encourage parents, bring your kids, sign them up. And even if it's not with Parkchester, if you want to go to another league, if you live in another part of the Bronx, if you live in Manhattan, there are leagues all over the place. The kids need to stay active. Kids need to get out of the house. Kids need to learn how to be a part of a team and stay healthy and motivated. And Parkchester Little League, in addition to all the little leagues in the city, doing that. And I think it's important for parents to keep their kids involved outside of the house. Any support you might want to give, any help, any information you might want to help us with, any volunteer work, please feel free to contact us, parkchesterbaseball.com. We have a Facebook page, which is also parkchesterbaseball.com /Facebook. And we have an Instagram page, which is also Parkchester Baseball. So if anybody wants to reach out, if you want to check out our website, please do.
And until then, you're still playing on your court. I'm saying your court. Your field is located again. If you want to see some good baseball,
1500 Waters Place.
1500 Waters Place. Thank you, Veronica, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So next we're going to have Rebecca, and Rebecca is going to interview your son, and he'll give us some more insight on his perspective on Little League.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow.
My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Thank you for watching another segment of Ignite, Empower, Transform. My name is Rebecca Givan. Today we have someone from the Parkchester Little League. Please introduce yourself, your age, and what school do you go to?
Hi, my name is Vazquez. I'm 15 and I go to Cardinal Hayes High School.
How long have you been involved in Parkchester Little League?
For about 10 years. I've been playing since I was 5.
Thank you. What position do you play?
I'm a catcher.
Who's your favorite player?
My favorite player on the Yankees is probably Dylan Betances, but my favorite player overall is Yadier Molina.
Thank you. Why do you like baseball?
I like baseball just for the feel of the game, for the attractiveness that it brings. It's not necessarily fast paced, but it isn't slow either. It's that sweet spot. It's just, in a word, it's just beautiful to me.
Thank you. Why did you get involved in baseball?
I got involved in baseball because when I got my first gaming system, a PlayStation 2, one of the first games I got was a baseball game. And I just loved playing the game until I asked my mom over and over and over again to put me in the league, and the rest is history.
Thank you. What are some hobbies you have besides, well, baseball?
Well, besides baseball, I like to act, as I've acted in minor theater companies, and I was the lead in the school play at my school.
That's a good accomplishment. Why do you like acting?
I like acting because it gives me the perspective of another person. It gives me the perspective of life and another person's. What is it? All right. When I act, I'm another person. I'm not me. I feel like I'm somebody else. And the way that they react to certain situations and how they live their life differentiates from mine. And it gives me just excitement.
Do you have anything else you would like to be when you grow up?
Right now, I don't think I want to do anything else but act or be a baseball player.
Thank you. What do you like most about acting and baseball?
Well, I think both of them, what they have in common is that they help me express myself in a way that other activities or sports can't. Yeah.
Thank you. Do you have any family members involved?
Actually, my mother, she's the vice president of the league. She's second in command. She just makes sure everybody's enjoying themselves, that the kids are enjoying themselves. She's really doing an outstanding job taking that such a major role.
She sounds like a very nice person. What do you like most about Parkchester Little League?
Well, what I like about Parkchester Little League is that it's not an organization, it's a family. Everybody's so close with each other. Everybody knows each other's names. And whenever we get on the field, whenever we play, it's a brotherhood. It's not just a group of kids with the same uniform. We all get along so well together. We all play well together. And I just love that feeling that the league gives us. That feeling of family, that feeling of love that we get from the league.
Thank you. Very good job.
What if you could invest in the future? The future of kids, like a stock. Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow.
My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish! In your face! In your face!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Hello, my name is Rebecca Givan. I am 9 years old and I'm from the Bronx. I attend the Milestone School in Mount Vernon. Being a host on Ignite and Power Transform, I really like it because I get to ask people questions about their experiences and then I figure out some things, like what they do or some of their experiences or something that they might have that they might do instead of. I've interviewed football players, Boy Scout, Cub Scouts, basketball players, kids from World of Money, a Boy Scout, and that's all I can get from the top of my head. The World of Money is not a camp, an institute, not to learn about money, to learn how to manage your money, learn, earn, save, invest, and donate. I learned about FICO scores, credit scores. Make sure your FICO score is good. So then you have to pay interest when you have a credit card, and no one wants that. But the bank does. I learned how to manage your money by saving it and how to spend correctly, but not like spending on junk and go spend like pss, pss, pss. And when your parents spend money on you, think about how much time they worked to earn that money. And that's what I learned in World of Money. And I was also in one of their apps, Money Drainers, to teach kids all over the world who can't make it to Mr. Beanlam's institute. I've been, really I don't know, but I think the farthest I've been is China or Abu Dhabi. Well, I don't remember much since I was a little girl, but I think I enjoyed it. But I remember Dubai, but not really China, but I know I enjoyed it while I was there. Well, the National Give Back for Kids campaign, my dad started. He's the founder and created Ignite and Power Transform. I just happened to be dragged into it, and then after a while, with Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, Basketball League, Girl Scouts, Cub Scouts, and Ignite and Power Transform. After quite a bit, I'm actually enjoying it. When I was around 3 years old, my dad created a music video for Give Back. It's called Give Back. It was, my dad made the lyrics, and then Xavier Lewis turned it into a song. And then I was in the video that they had some people in that I know. Well, most of it I knew. Most people I knew. The purpose of the volunteer-a-thon was for people to volunteer time, not money. Not like the Jerry Lewis telethon. It's a volunteer-a-thon. Volunteer time and stuff. And then we call it $dollars. Well, I went to Omaha, Nebraska for the Olympic swim trials last year, and I'm a swimmer on the Girls Aquatics Club swim team. The current chairman of the National Give Back for Kids campaign is my mom, Rachel Cheeks Givan. Well, I give back to my community. I swim. I do Ignite and Power Transform. And I am a Girl Scout, and I do things to support different people. Depends on, a lot of people. Well, my godfather, Michael Blake, my dad, whose name's Givan II, my mom, with her organizations and all different kinds of things. I even go to some, and I even get a few events from what I do. I do like watching Netflix and movies and episodes. My best friend is named Jada. We met when I was like 3 months old, when I first went to my babysitter, my first babysitter, and well, my only babysitter that I've ever had. And we became best friends. We've known each other since we were, well, she's almost a year older than me, like a little bit over 6 months. And we've been best friends ever since. Well, watching Night and Power Transform Tuesday nights at 8. Sometimes it comes on any other time on BronxNet, Optimum, Channel 68, and Files, I think Channel 34 or 37.
Thank you for watching another episode of Ignite and Power Transform. See you soon. Take care.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.